We're all ready, so just start the show, okay?
All right.
Tony.
And what's up, everybody? Welcome to the WAP Show once again. We are Pinball, as you know. Myself, Mr. Cengiz over there in Denmark. We love and celebrate everything in pinball, and occasionally we get blessed with a gentle face of a kind soul. And this week we've got Mr. David Van Ness, Boff himself, Barrels of Fun here with us. Just launched the earth-shattering Winchester Mystery House. Some say it's a castle. But it's more of a house. He's going to join us. We're going to talk.
Doing awesome, man. And I like how you use the word castle, because now that Winchester is out there and was received overly well, who knows what you'll see from us next? Maybe I'll do Barrels of Fun, the Great Pyramids of Giza. I have no idea, but original IPs are back, I feel like.
Yeah, man. Sorry, you dropped out there a little bit, internet connection. You're back now, so.
Look, I literally told you what the next game is. How awesome is that?
Damn it, I know. We can keep going. I can pop that little snippet out like it never happened.
It's perfect.
It's all good. It's raw.
Yeah. I'm so happy we're doing this. We have got the president of the company, president of Barrels of Fun, Mr. David Van Ness. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so excited about this. This is awesome because we just had an pinball expo show, and David Van Ness was just a man there. I mean, Barrels of Fun, the whole show was all about Barrels of Fun because all of a sudden, Barrels of Fun, they released Winchester, and no one knew about it. First of all, David, how could you keep this game this secret? Because everybody knows what's going on a year from now, but nobody knew. How did you do it? What's your secret?
There's no secret. I mean, this is how we launched Labyrinth. And talk about the best second-year anniversary, public second-year anniversary, because we were a company prior to this. But it's going back to what we always wanted to do as the foundation of this company, which is what I missed as a collector. Like, everyone kind of knows what everyone is doing. Companies sometimes intentionally or unintentionally are slow leaking information out there to see the hype for a machine. And what I missed as a collector was the opportunity to have that day when Stern would drop a game like Tron or Rolling Stones. These are games I remember coming out. We had no idea. And we were on RPG and stuff like that. Yeah. And there was nothing more awesome. It's Christmas Day, and you get to see something you totally didn't expect. You get with your friends. You talk about, this could be it. What shot did that do? What did that toy do? Yeah. Like, the excitement of that is what we always wanted each game launch we did be. We want it to be unexpected. We want people to analyze it. We want people to think of the possibilities that could be in this game, Yeah. But doing something like Winchester is very risky because a lot of people say they want original IPs, including myself, but track record shows they do not do well. And just with my experience, a lot of people harken back to the great games of Medieval Madness, Attack from Mars, Whitewater, all Theater of Magic. You go through all those IPs. But a lot of the reasons they are successful now, or people admire those now, it's not because they're original themes, is that they've had 20 years playing them and they've learned to love them. Yeah. Because if Whitewater came out today, well, that's actually a bad example because that game is just jam-packed.
But if you brought out Theater of Magic, forget about. Yeah.
Correct. And so, like, if Theater of Magic came out today, because that doesn't really have a lot of features. I love Theater of Magic. It's one of my all-time favorites. I mean, I'm a big Magic person, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But I don't think people will gravitate towards it, but it's over the time of falling in love with the game, it gains traction and it becomes exciting and people fall in love with it. And I mean, with Winchester, it's just, we did not want this to sell out. We didn't extend it to sell out as quickly as it did. Okay. I have banners that I can't use now that has a QR code that says buy Winchester. Like, this was, we don't want people flipping games. This is why we don't, and I know there's some podcasters that will jump on me. Of course you want day one sellouts. I want people to play it. Why do you think all our marketing was come and play the game at Expo, come and experience it, you know?
Did you sell out before Expo?
We sold out before
Wow.
Expo.
Wow.
Yeah, that
I
was
mean, was this a 24-hour sellout or, I mean,
it probably was sold out within 24 hours, but by 3 p.m. on Tuesday,
wow.
the demand just couldn't stop. Like, we already called it, but like, so everyone wants to celebrate. My team wants to celebrate, and rightly so. But the amount of negative emails, and I love them, don't get me wrong, I read all my emails, of the amount of people that missed out this opportunity is blowing my mind, because I disappointed people. And that's the last thing I want to do, is disappoint people. Because I want people to get to experience it.
Yeah. I mean, I watched the gameplay video of this game. And I feel like this game, we're going to go into it, but I feel like this game is so good. And I mean it. This game looks so good that I feel bad that only 525 collectors are going to ever have this game. How is your company politics? I mean, could you make a, anniversary edition, something 500 more? No? Is that on the record? No way?
That is on the record. It's like,
okay.
I probably shouldn't be a manufacturer because I'm a collector at heart. Yeah. Okay. I build games, I sell games that in 3 to 4 years after we've launched the game, good luck trying to find it, because when they get into the home of collectors, hopefully they fall in love with it and it'll never move from their collection. So that is always what I intended, me and Brian wanted to do.
How did you come up with the number 525? Why not 700? Why that low number?
Well, the original number was 666.
Okay.
In fact, we actually ordered 700 toys for this game.
Yeah.
Because we were set on doing 666. But I had a very good friend marketer that has a lot of experience in many aspects. And it comes down to the same thing as giving a piece of the house away with the game. He goes, there are people that when they will buy this game, but you put 666 on this game, you will lose sales, period. Because a number to me, I try to make sure it ties into the game. We've gone from 1,100 to 1,000 units. They were kind of set by the market, the pinball market, of what they deemed limited edition. Okay. So when it came to game 3, I wanted to do a number. Hey, first of all, it's an original IP, so I had no idea how this was going to be received. So I knew it had to be a lot less than 1,000. So 666 is in perfect tie to the IP. And the license, I had no issue with that. But talking to my marketer, hearing about putting a piece of the house into the game, all these little nuances, it didn't make sense. And I already ordered the toys. So you got to remember, the toys need to be ordered at least 9 months before we even think about doing this game. So basically, I'm going to have a lot of scrap toys, because when I started looking at numbers, what was the next number that made sense? And 525 is the address of the house, 525 Winchester Boulevard.
Okay.
So that to me made more sense. And I was just, I'll eat the cost of what those toys are that we have overage on, and it will be what it'll be. Hey, maybe what I should do is sell those other houses and let people deco it for them, and let them do their own artwork on it.
Yeah, I think there's a couple approaches here. I love the idea of having a piece of the house in the game. I love the significance of the 666. Was there a thought about doing maybe like an extra 100 of these included in the launch that would include that for people that would want that, but still have the bulk of the games for people that didn't want to be cursed?
I will. We have demand. If we wanted to go to 606, we could definitely do it. But I said 525. That's it. I don't like show games. I just don't want to water down what me as a collector. I get too emotional. Again, I shouldn't be a manufacturer. It's about the intent of what we want to do as a company. It's about building pride in our product and doing the best we can for our customers. Because we wouldn't exist if it wasn't for you guys. Like, literally, we are economically in one of the worst times. If you're a manufacturer in the world, no matter where you are, it is horrible, absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
But what Winchester, and I will even say Beetlejuice, has proven that if you make the right game, it doesn't matter. Like, it's been the industry has been extremely soft. And I can tell you, if you make the right product with the right amount of passion and the right number, people will come. And and my whole team is so grateful that they spoke with their money. And Winchester, good luck getting one. In fact, I literally had a distributor message me yesterday. Wow, you just sold a pre-order for $3,500 over the deposit. Now, just so you know, we don't condone that. Like, if you're a direct customer, we do not let you flip a game. It has to go to the original purchaser. What distributor does, that's not our business. But if you bought a game, you're committed to it. That's the whole point of it.
Okay, nice. David Van Ness, where's that name from? It sounds a bit Dutch. Are you from Europe? Van Ness? No?
My father is a Dutchman. So he came to Australia, where I was born, when he was 12 years old. So he grew up in South Australia, Adelaide, and that's my hometown, which I'll get to go to the Australian Pinball Expo next year, July 3rd or 4th. A little plug for them. I can't believe I actually get to do the first Pinball Expo in my hometown with my company. That's surreal.
Yeah,
but no, I'm Australian with Dutch heritage.
Okay, perfect. So when we have guests over here, we usually ask them, how did you come into pinball? What was your first experience? How did it all start for you? So can you tell our audience, how did it start for you?
Well, Donnie, how many times have I told this story at this point?
Probably too many, but go ahead. I want to hear about
Also, we have about 40% of our listeners are from Europe. So new listeners, new people. let's share the love.
So my love was, I was in my backyard and I was digging a hole and there was something magical there. No, that's not it. So literally, I fell in love with pinball, not because I played it at a local pizza shop, which was Terminator 2 and Judge Dredd next to each other. That's when I became aware of what pinball was, but I didn't play it because I was a huge Terminator 2 fan. I saw it in the theaters, so forth.
Yes.
So what happened was my father, who is an entrepreneur himself, wanted to basically entrap me into doing service for him for his company. So he enticed me by saying, hey, David, if you come and help me, I will put money towards any type of business adventure that you want to do. Oh. And of course, I love video games and so forth. So I want to get an arcade machine because that's when Teenage Ninja Turtles was coming out. That's when we were having lock-in sessions at arcade centers because that became babysitters in the 90s. In the 90s, our parents would take us to what was then in Australia time zone. They would pay $5. They would lock us in there from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., and we would just play as many games as possible. So I came infatuated with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Simpsons, Turbo. What was that? Chase HQ, which was one I really loved. Yeah. Like hitting the back of those cars, that was so awesome with a little light on top.
Turbo and everything. Oh, it was awesome.
You're bringing back my childhood of different memories. So he wanted to encourage me to do something. So we went for the newspaper, and I was just going to get a cocktail video game to put in a local pizza bar. And off in the corner was a Data East Star Wars. And I was a big Star Wars person.
Yes.
I didn't know what a pinball was. I've seen it, but I didn't know. But I was attracted to Star Wars. And there, I go over there, it has a Death Star, has an R2-D2. And I'm like, I want this. Not because I knew pinball. In fact, putting pinball on location was a bad idea, but I didn't give a shit. It was Star Wars. And my dad comes over, you're looking at this? And and I asked the guy how much it was. And I think it was $800 at the time. Oh. And my dad goes, I said, I want this. And dad goes, well, you don't have the money for that because he goes, he thought I was going to buy this cocktail for like $400. So he had $200, right? So he thought I had $200 and he had $200. We were going to buy this cocktail, which I ended up buying the following 2 weeks.
Okay.
Is I pulled out $400 and he didn't realize I was working for my grandma and she was paying me as well. So we went home with that Data East Star Wars.
Yes.
And dude, playing that machine, it's like I was Luke Skywalker. Like when I shot that Death Star, like that was the magic trick. That's what drew me into pinball.
Yeah.
You know, it was the entertainment side of it.
Oh, I love this.
So that's when I put that on location, and then I got a Phantom of the Opera. And again, I'm buying pinball machines, not because it makes financial sense, but it was horror related. Phantom of the Opera, love that movie. So I bought a Phantom of the Opera, and then I bought a Twilight Zone, and then I bought a Doctor Who. Because these are all IPs, not because they were doing well on location. It's like, I want these in my house. I want these. I want to connect to these licenses. So
theme is everything.
100%. So that's how I got into pinball. So I was routing them when I was a teenager. Then I realized I had to grow up, and then I went into film and TV because that's a really smart choice. Did that for 25 years. And then,
what did you do with film and TV?
So in film and TV, you can't really specialize anymore. You got to be a jack of all trades. So my background was more post-production. So everything from editing and visual effects, just anything post-related, and producing and occasionally directing. So documentaries, TV shows, infomercials, that type of stuff. Anything to make a buck.
Wow. Amazing. Right, Donnie? Did you know all this?
Yes. Yeah, I've been over it.
Oh, you did?
Times there, yeah.
This is a well-documented story.
Wow. Well, it's new for me. I'm loving it. Wow, man. Yeah. Okay, so this is your second year in pinball, right? And this is your third game. Yeah. So can we expect from now on that you come out with 2 games a year?
We will drop games when the games are ready to rock and roll. Now, some people would say Dune was a little bit shaky, but I think Dune was launched in a time cycle that I don't think we'll ever see again. When you go up against Elwyn and the king of IPs, Harry Potter, there's just like, it is what it is. Like, I had so many people that were concerned about it, and it's just like, these are elements out of my control. We had our plan 6 months in advance. So it was kind of like, we just got to roll the dice where they roll. So our motto is, and what we want to do is release games when they're ready to rock and roll. Is it 1 game a year, 2 games a year, 4 games a year? We'll see. I don't want to flood the market. I want to make sure we look after our customer base. I want to make sure we have fun doing it and do it correctly. We're learning. Trust me, we're learning.
Yeah, so I did have a question about like this launch specifically because, of course, this took everybody off notice. I mean, when Labyrinth came out, we had an idea that there was a mystery pinball company out there. There was some hype bubbling. I went to Electric Bat and found one of your stickers like way before your announcement. So that was clever. Like,
there's a story behind that, Donnie.
Yeah, weren't you there like the week before I was or something?
Literally a couple of days before that, and the reason I was there, I was taking the very first game to test it over at in San Francisco. So that was literally the first game number 1 was literally at the Electric Bat when I dropped that sticker off.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, that's something I would do. Like just drop my swag everywhere and see if people care. But this release, right, came up for Expo. Now, I know there's a development cycle for these games that's multiple months and years long. So it's hard to hit a fixed target because anything can happen, during that development. So, like, did you guys, was this just penciled in, like, if we can be ready for Expo, let's do it? Or, 6 months ago, were you like, dude, we're on track. Let's just drop this and blow everybody's minds?
We just want to blow everyone's minds. Like, it comes down to how can we get maximum exposure for this IP? Because there is a very small window of excitement that you get, and your first sales are always the strongest of what you want to aim for. So you want to make sure you've got all guns focused in that one spot. What we learned from Dune, so Labyrinth is exactly how we intended to launch a game. Winchester is identical to that.
Mhm.
Dune, I can tell you that launch was, I will say, we bought into the pinball industry FOMO a little bit because people were reaching out to us, wanting to help us. So we started thinking like, well, maybe we can do it more traditional, like how other pinball companies are doing it, like invite a media day, do all this type of stuff. So we thought, well, hey, if this is what people want, we should follow what everyone else does. And honestly, that didn't work how we intended it to work at all. Trying to do it more traditional. The theme leaked, which we don't know exactly how that happened.
Oh, sorry about that. I was picturing
And
through
then
the
there
windows.
was, but then there was also a very negative campaign towards that IP. Like,
what? I love Dune. I love Dune.
market research, and I'll get probably crap from this. Market research shows like if you look at just the demographics of Dune, is actually a bullseye for the pinball industry, for the pinball buying community. It is male, 45 to 55. It's exactly where the pinball demographic is.
Yeah.
What surprised me on the media day is 60% of the media people that turned up, including Donnie, had not seen the films.
Oh.
And we were like, holy shit. Like, I probably shouldn't be cursing, but I was like,
you can. Okay, that's okay.
This is weird. Like, this is Labyrinth. No one wanted Labyrinth. No one wanted Winchester now that we have the data. But Dune, if you look at it on paper, is far superior to both those IPs. But when the cat is out of the bag before the game even launches, it is very, very hard to get that traction back. And then what out of Expo, the whole thing, what shocked me the most, which it shouldn't have because I know Dune's an amazing game, the amount of people playing Dune for the first time, because we didn't launch it at a show. We did this without a show. Yeah. So people are only starting to experience it in bulk now, probably for the last 2 months, because we're over 300 games shipped. Okay?
300 Dunes.
Yeah, already out the door.
Yeah. Okay.
But what is amazing is it wasn't new. It was not just new people playing it for the first time and experiencing the world under glass, but it was the new people coming back over and over again as like, I didn't care about Dune.
Wow.
But this game has something. And they kept coming back. And even all my distributors, like these sales from Expo, and I think Winchester obviously helped, but I was amazed of the repeat players on Dune the whole weekend. And it just kept getting more and more.
Wow.
So going back to launches, I think, and also a very soft market with giant IPs everywhere, I think that's also what worked towards Winchester. People didn't expect something they had no idea about, and they had to go down the rabbit hole to find out what it is. And as collectors, we all love going down the rabbit hole. So, it was just the perfect opportunity and timing of an amazing designer, an IP that has a story that is very compelling and it's real, and Barrel's doing what it does, making the best world under glass we possibly can. I just didn't expect all three of them to hit.
Wow. I actually want to ask you about coding of Dune, but before I do that, I have a question to Donnie, because Don, you were one of the media people that played Dune just around the launch.
Absolutely.
Day.
Thanks for the invite. That was awesome.
Yeah, cool, man. So, did you play Dune at Expo with the newest code?
No, just because lines made it difficult. I tried to prioritize Winchester, being that was the new one. I did play in Austria when there was like finally call out code, which wasn't available there at launch. So I mean, the game's definitely improved. And I'm an N of 1 here, but like, when I saw Dune, of course, I went to the main mechanism that was there, the worm, and then I know that there's that harvester back there, but you don't really interact with. So I walked away with like, okay, there's a lot of brown and there's like one giant mech, but I wasn't immediately seeing like the rest of the gameplay that was in there. But I can tell you with Winchester, with the reveal there, I saw Brad Albright's art. I saw that platter that spins around. I saw that, that magnet door that would then drop the ball below the play field. I saw the seance room. I saw the Pepper's Ghost. And then it all came together in like a haunted house theme that, yes, it
Yeah.
connected to something, but it was Brad's art and backglass and like a bunch of giant fun to play mechanisms that I couldn't work out in my head just by looking at what they do and how they work. And that like brought me right in there. And then you got the perfect storm of, Carl designing the game and like, what he's known for and everything. The fact we weren't expecting it, the fact that we had money in our pockets from Star Wars that ended up staying there after the game came out. So I'm sure you've done like a post-release analysis of all this stuff, but
Yeah.
for me, like that was the two things I saw different with Dune. I know the gameplay elements are in there, that pain box, and there's things to discover, but just walking up, it didn't have that. What is that? What is that? What is that? How do I interact with these?
Wow. Well, the reason I'm asking is actually I'm a huge fan of Dune. If you look here on YouTube, this is the original box for the Amiga, Commodore Amiga, Dune 1.
Oh, that's what I played the living crap out of, dude.
You played Dune 2, the first strategy game for the
Oh,
Amiga.
absolutely. Getting the spice.
For me, David, when this leaked, I was so happy. So when Dune came out, I'm gonna be a bit harsh here. I reviewed it and I was so excited. I don't know if you watched my video, but I was so excited and I saw that was not approved on the screen. Yeah, and we didn't have the call outs, and I was I wasn't. I mean, it wasn't the best experience for me at
Yeah.
that time at the launch. I felt like this game got launched a bit too fast, right? So we were at someplace live video, and David Vaness, he wrote there, Genghis, I cannot wait for you to play Dune. Check out the new code. David wrote that, and I was like, okay, let me see what's going on. A couple of months has passed by, so I searched on a Dune video on YouTube, and I see Carl D'Angelo. I don't see other people play pinball usually, but I see Carl D'Angelo made a brand new video with the updated code, and I watch his stream. Oh my God! We have got full assets now. We have got great music, callouts, animations. But the coolest part, the way you do the light show on Dune and how easy the code blinking inserts are done. It's just mind blowing, the code update you have done on that game. I was just sold. It's so good. I mean, congratulations with Dune. So after that, we heard about Winchester, and you choose Carl D'Angelo as the designer of this game. We want to hear, how did that happen? Did you watch his videos and called him like, Carl, design some games for us? What happened?
No, I mean, if you're into pinball, you know who Carl is. Like
Yeah.
he is an ambassador for pinball that has done. It's just like Bowen Kearns. Like there are people out in this hobby that do it because they love it so much and they want to express it in some form, right? So if you're looking for tutorials, it used to be Bowen Kearns, and then he still does it as well. But then Carl came in and created this whole streaming rig. Like he really took it to another level.
Mm.
So as we're doing Labyrinth, and he bought a Labyrinth. Like I was scared to know that he bought a Labyrinth because he's such a good player. So if anyone's going to find a problem with my game, it's going to be Carl. So I was terrified. And he was one of the first ones. He's in under the game 50. Like he got one of the early games. And he streamed it, and the dude just kept playing it and kept playing it and kept playing it. I'm like, okay, this game's can't be too bad if Carl's enjoying it. Now, I will tell you, I designed Labyrinth with a lot of high-end players, and my only there's always regrets on something, but with Labyrinth, we made that game I didn't intend it to make it for pinball players. But the day that we let kids play it publicly and I realized they're getting their ass handed to them, it was like, oh, this is not good because they can't experience it that well. Like they literally go up there and those out lanes, which we didn't make adjustable because I didn't even think about it at the time, is because like everyone that's playing it knows how to nudge and they know how to keep things going. But if you're a kid walking up to Labyrinth, it's a kid-friendly game. It's fun. And the ball just kicks them in the face. Like literally it just like, get out of here. So seeing him play it and experience it was amazing. And I reached out, said, thank you, this is all good. We keep developing our games. And then because I used fast boards in our games, I'm on fast Slack, I see his name pop up in the fast Slacks. I'm like, huh, he's in the homebrew community. What's this all about, right? And so that's in the back of my head, because we've seen what amazing players can do. Look at Elwin. I mean, he is the GOAT of pinball. Okay. So that's in the back of my head. And then I go and visit Shane down at Ace Gogi, where Carl plays a lot. It's his league down there. And Shane goes, Carl's working on a whitewood, right? I'm like, I got a feeling that was the case. You should really check it out. Like, you should reach out to him and just talk to him. So I reached out and said, hey, like, I really appreciate what you're doing with Labyrinth and streaming it for us. Would you be interested in any form of working with us? Like, just be involved. And I didn't know what it was going to be. I don't know what his intent is. I don't want to drag people into my company if they don't want to be here. Like, if he just wanted to do rules, that'd be awesome. If he just wanted to be an ambassador and just stream our games, good or bad, that's fantastic. Anything I can do to help empower other people, that's my job as a CEO of the company. And he was like, yeah, I'd love to help out. And I said, well, I'd love to see your whitewood. Let's figure that out. And so we actually went out to Winchester. We had a trip. We had to deliver a Labyrinth to Henson. So during this trip, we decided we were going to hit Winchester because we already had a deal with Winchester. Go to do Winchester, do a tour of that with the team. So we had a mechanical engineer, Paul, Eric, the coder. We had a bunch of people with us doing the whole tour. We get to Los Angeles, we deliver Labyrinth, and we meet up with Carl. And he shows us his whitewood, which is really great. It has an IP that he's theming it to that I said, well, if I can get it, let me figure it out. And he was interested, right? And he got involved with the rules with Dune and Phil. Like, he got involved. And he wanted, talking about layouts and whatever not. And I said, well, Carl, if you're interested in designing, here are the IPs that we have. Like, this is all pre-launch Labyrinth. Like, these are the codes, the IPs we have. And he saw Winchester, and he's like, dude, I want Winchester. Like, I know Winchester. It's a haunted house. I want to do Winchester. Mm-hmm. That was it. And then he just went to work on it.
Wow. Well, Don is also designing games. Look at the background.
I can't wait to see what he's going to come up with. I'm sure the flippers are going to be on the backside of the playfield, not in front of us.
I know. I'm going to build a little cot underneath.
Bugs Bunny this stuff.
No, God, that was terrible, man. Yeah, making a reverse playfield is just. I'm glad we got that idea out of the way, so it never has to be done again. Like, nothing about that was fun.
Don, you played Winchester.
I did, yeah.
What do you think about it?
I rubbed my hands all over it. So, yeah, I was in a 4-player game with some other people there during a kind of vendor time at the show. So it was quiet. I was able to actually hear what was going on, and I was able to, trigger a multi-ball. I was able to play with the platter. I was able to see what the magnets do. I was able to hit all the ramp shots. I was able to see, like, that moment when the magnet gets grabbed and the peppers ghost and the spider webs come out and grab it. And I'm like, if there could just be like 10 of those moments in there with different things, like, I don't care what's going on. Let me smash ghosts. Let me do whatever. Like this is it. I dig this. I like what Barrels did, bringing the screen idea back and doing it better with, now it's, LED. It extends the viewpoint from the player's perspective of the game world that's in there. I love the little guys on Labyrinth. You can see running back and forth there. I love the sky back there on Dune where you can, like, interact with those little orthonocopters that are back there. But like this brings the screen even more forward, and then you have some area behind it to interact with. So now we're interacting with the screen more just than just smashing visual depictions on there. Like, it appears 3-dimensional now. And so, like, I don't know how you don't design every game with one of these going forward, because that's so fun.
Exactly. I mean, first time I saw Dune, at the left side they have this harvester that explodes, and that explosion comes out on the display on the playfield. My son was like, it's like on Circus Voltaire. Why doesn't all the companies have a screen back there? It's so cool. And now we saw this trailer together. first of all, that screen in the house at the background, my son was like, whoa. And then we saw the turntable. And that was a day after he played Harry Potter with the diverting stairs. So my son was like, everybody should do this. And the day after, we see this big turntable at the back right side. He was like, this is so cool. And we reversed and we watched it again. I don't know how many shots you can do in there, but all games should have something like that. I just love it. It's so clever design. On top of that, the way the game is designed, how you feed the upper right and upper left flipper, it's just so intelligently designed by Carl D'Angelo. I just want to congratulate him on his first game. If you dissect it and look into what this guy has done, I
Well, this guy
cannot
has
wait.
over 20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how long, but he has played so many games
Yeah.
to the nth degree. There's got to be some carnal knowledge and feeling. Like when I have people design games, there is a technical aspect to it, and Carl crushed it on all levels. You got to understand, Carl did not know SolidWorks before he started with us, and he did that whole thing in SolidWorks. It's insane what he did realistically in the time frame he did. But he also designs from the gut. Like he knows, and this is no different to going back to my editing. There's a very technical skill level of using the software to create something. But when I edit, so I know my technical craft. I can edit, I can use the software. But when I'm editing, I've got to watch the footage, and my edits are going to be based on my gut feeling, like my emotional intent. And I think Carl inherently has that gut feeling. So when he's designing something, there's a technical aspect to it, but there's that gut feeling of that doesn't feel right. That doesn't know, like that's just experience. Like if you do 1,000 hours on something, you should be an expert at it. You should have a knowledge base on it, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I look like. Again, Barrels exists because there's extremely passionate people that don't have an outlet, right? And I want to hire the best people to do every part of that. So it's just, yeah, I can't express my gratitude towards Carl of his ability to just execute. And this is just the start.
I know. I think that's one of the most exciting things about this. Isn't just that the game itself looks fun. I mean, just like art literally looks fun. The layout looks fun. But like we got a new designer out of nowhere. That's somebody, you know, from the community. And we're all thinking, like, is this another Elwin? Is this the first of like a string of hits? Like, is this the guy that gets pinball on a different level than somebody that's just like, all right, let's find a way to cram 8 shots in here, and then we'll put 3 toys and like 1 diverter, and then there we go. You know, so
In Carl we trust, man.
yeah. So if we empower a dude like this, you know, with the capabilities of a full company, like what can we bring, especially if it's soaked with IP? I mean, like having pinball shots that do different things, but like there's like something visual about it is what really helped. Like when that tower falls in the back right of the game, falls over, and then that's the diverter. That's so much more satisfying than just a metal ball guide piece that just lifts out of the way, or like a little metal flap that lifts up. Like there's a big physical thing that happens. I mean, part of the reason that Godzilla drew me into it was that giant building that functions as a diverter, but it's just so huge and moving. And, you know, even as a new player, like I didn't know about that Godzilla game. I went to TPF and walked by it, and I'm like, oh, I guess I should play this, you know, a new Godzilla game. And then the building starts moving, and I'm like, holy crap. Incredible. Like that's what I want to see. You know, games like Godfather looked great, but they had all those diverters and everything, but it didn't feel like there was anything really like connecting you to it. It was just little flaps moving around, you know. And I know Dune has a lot of those diverters, but they're kind of hidden in the mountain there. This, it's all front and center. I can see it, and maybe I'm just a visual, tactile guy, but like that's what got me coddled when I saw the reveal in this game.
Well, I think the big difference is Dune is, I mean, all our games are going to have depth to them, but Dune is, and I didn't pen the phrase, it's a pinball cinematic experience. It's something that you're going to see the big feature and stuff. And I will tell you, William as a mech, man, we bought off more than we could chew. Like putting that mech together. I mean, it you know, that thing has 2-stepper linear step motors and a magnet. They can eat the ball from the top, from the bottom. It drops the ball off into the wire form. Like, and it also rotates, which was like wasn't necessary, but it was like we wanted to do it because of the coolness factor. Like, that makes it more organic.
Yeah.
Dune is a very immersive experience. All our games are, but Dune, if you know the movies and how truthful we're staying to it, and with the prophecy modes, the harvester attacks, like I'm literally right now playing Faid's birthday on our game. That's the next mini wizard mode. And like where we have the white LEDs turning on and off to create black and white sequences, and you've got to, you're celebrating Faid's birthday. Like these we're definitely going to have a menu at the beginning, because a lot of the stuff people are not going to see. So we got to make sure people can experience it.
I love that.
But Dune is very a subtle but immersive experience. And the deeper you get into it, the more you get washed over with. With Winchester, it's in your face. It has to be all there because people don't know what it is. So you've got to, it's a haunted house. So you got to experience that. You got to experience the earthquake. We got to figure that out. And I challenged my team. I had a meeting yesterday for game 5 and 4.
Ooh.
I really want a game. Oh, here's a first for your listeners.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And it probably won't happen, but I want the next game to be only 2 flippers, because every time I see people play our games, because 90% of the people playing our games are not professional pinball players and have not played pinball. So every time I see them play, those upper flippers are not being used at all. So I got a lot of high-end players that like, well, can we add a flipper up here to create more shots? I'm like, is a 12-year-old going to experience the game properly if we put that there?
I want to give an example. We just got Star Wars with 2 flippers and fan layout. Does that work like a huge success, a good thing to do in 2025? I'm just asking you guys.
I want to challenge my boys. I want to challenge my team. Like, I just like, what can we do to create the same experiences but with 2 flippers? And I'm not saying there's going to be only 2 flippers in this game. It may thematically need additional ones. But has to be fun, has to be approachable, and are we telling the best story? That's all it comes down to. In fact, when I got dragged into the meeting yesterday, they were terrified I was just going to crap on everything that they were showing me, right? Because they were doing some stuff that was different. And as I told them, it's like, my only restrictions is, A, can we meet our deadlines? B, is this approachable for everyone? I'm never going to shoot down your idea, but is it feasible and is it fun? And I challenge you, because we've done 3 flipper games, we've done a 4 flipper game now, but how can we make a more approachable game for people who've never played pinball before and leaving it on 2 flippers?
Well, I think even if you had a game with 6 flippers, there should still be like a robust gameplay experience that's there with just the 2. So if somebody goes up there and doesn't even realize that there's extra flippers or something, they can still get a good experience with what's there, without necessarily putting like a hard limit. And maybe there's other ways to interact with a ball that's player controlled that's not a flipper too.
Yep.
Oh,
agreed.
Yeah.
And that's how you got to think about it. That's, again, we are a collector company. We make collectibles. We're making experiences. It's not just pinball. We are making experiences for you to share with your family and friends. That's what makes pinball special. Like, pinball is a gathering spot for people to come and have unique experiences. And that's fundamentally what we're trying to do as a company, is celebrate the game, but have opportunities to be with each other at the same time.
David, I want to ask, have you been talking about making different tiers, like Pro, Premium, Elite, or
Nope.
One game, everything in it?
One game, everything in it. We will do accessories like alternative back glasses, but everything that we add on is not a part of the gameplay. It can enhance the experience, but it doesn't fundamentally change the game. Again, when I started the company back with Brian and I was doing the business plan for it, what was I missing? What did I feel like the industry was missing? What, as a hobbyist, as a collector, what was it missing? Someone who's a huge fan of certain IPs, I don't want to choose a premium or pro. I want the best version of it. So when I buy one of those other ones, I honestly, emotionally, feel like I'm losing. And I don't want to feel like that, right? how do I reward people for doing that? Well, I want to make a collectible product at a premium price. So I want to make sure whatever you get from me, you feel like you're getting a collectible product, but at a very reasonable price. You know, like by the time you look at our model, by the time you add on all the accessories to other companies' games, you're going to find that we're probably one of the best values in the industry, because I don't want my collectors to have to worry about putting stuff in their game. And honestly, a lot of the people that are customers are first-time pinball buyers. They have no idea how to install a shaker motor or install, you know, little trinkets and things that people add to their games to make it feel more special. Like, I want them not to have to worry about putting art blades on the side, because have you ever installed art blades? Dude, that sucks. You know?
I mean, I remember my first time putting them on, and yeah, that was daunting as all hell. I mean, so I can imagine.
You said alternative. Yeah, sorry.
No, go ahead.
You said alternative. Don, was it you that talked about the alternative backclass on Dune? That it was so much cooler. What was that? You that said it?
Oh no, I haven't seen an alternative backlash yet.
Oh,
it was at the show, man.
It was at the show. Wasn't it you?
Did I not? I didn't.
It was at the show.
Oh man!
Let me see if I got a picture of it.
Yeah, let's have it on video. I heard people love the alternative backglass.
Yeah, I was surprised. It really, a lot of people were like, "This is amazing." Let's see if I got it.
Don, did you get a Winchester?
I've got some leads out there. You know, I mean, of course, it's like the hottest ticket in town currently. So we'll see what shakes out. But yeah,
I did hear rumors that we were going to expand, and that is not true.
Right. Yeah. I for sure do not do that. You know.
Let me see. Wow, is that mirrored? It looks like they're mirrored.
Yeah, that is real mirror.
I swear I didn't even notice. But
nice.
I'm not the most observant guy when I'm at a show. I'm just running around. But yeah, that looks awesome.
Yeah. Wow. So you need to help Don with getting this game.
So yeah, so let's talk about that real quick, just so we cover it. You know, one of the greatest things about your launch as a company.
My bad.
Hello. Yeah, I can talk. No, go ahead.
I can talk.
It was Canada. How you doing, Canada? Sorry.
All right, he can listen in. I'll put him on speaker. When Labyrinth launched, you had games in boxes. Not many, but there were some that were like ready to go, and then you were in production. So is there going to be a lag time now until we start seeing Winchesters coming out? Or are they already like cranking? Where are we at there, man?
So with the games going to the show, one thing when you take games to a show, they really get tested. Like, you know, they get played. We had, I'm trying to think what the number was. We had an insane amount of numbers of playing on this game. Let's see if it's still here.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see what this was, because you had at some points a 2-hour line consistently throughout the entirety of the show. I know, because I kept coming by there, you know, and I tried to sneak in early and get a game on it when I could. And even when I came, like by the end of the show, that last day, the vendor time even had like at least a 30-45 minute wait, you know, before the general public got there. And then
so we had a total of 2,995 plays over 4 games in 3 days.
Wow.
And I will tell you, so we had one flap break on the game. It was just the going to the sounds table that broke. The other ones all held up. So we think it got jammed, and when it got jammed, it constantly got beat on one side. We had a ball trap under the left upper flipper that we totally didn't expect. And just little things that needed to be tweaked.
Yeah.
But they are all those games have been reworked, reshopped. Well, not really worked, just gone through, did our analysis on them, and they're already shipped. So game 1 to 4 are already out in the world right now. There should be a game out on location at Ace Gogi by the end of this week.
Nice.
So Carl, I'm sure, will be down there hovering over the baby, because all these games are our babies. Like, we want the best for our family, you know, and when they go into the world, it's absolutely terrifying. But I was so proud of how Winchester held up. So production is starting. They are starting to go out the door slowly, because you got to remember we're still shipping Dune as well. And then we want to make sure that they are in the good condition and that they do what they need to do. But yeah, they are heading out. With this year with vendors, it's been extraordinarily difficult. We were coming out of COVID, and that we thought that was hard. With the crisis that we're facing right now is unbelievable. I will put it this way: it has literally changed how we're doing manufacturing now. So I will say this, and I'm on the record now saying it, is game 4 and 5 will be mainly produced in the USA now, because I just can't deal with the unknowns of what's going to happen. It doesn't mean I'm getting stuff just from China. I get stuff from all over the world. And you got to remember, there's only one person paying the tariffs, and that's me. And everything I put into this company is put back into the company. So when I lose over 6 figures in 2 months due to tariffs, that's coming out of the supporting the company. Like, it literally, I've got 30 employees. That's 30 families that I am supporting and wanting to champion. And it makes it really, really difficult when you get bills that you did not anticipate at all. It's difficult, but I got to stay true to my word. I'm going to crush this the best I possibly can. And it seems like the community wants it.
Yeah. Don and I love pinball. We're positive here. But if there's something Don and I don't like, is a game launch. And then we have to wait 8 months to get the games. Then we get cranky, right, Donnie?
Yeah. So there is a Winchester in the air right now heading to Europe.
Nice.
Oh, to where?
It's getting over to Stefan at RS Pinball.
Oh,
and so he will have a game next week.
Ah, beautiful, man. It's amazing.
So again, in the ideal world, how I always wanted to do this, and I haven't successfully done it yet, I want games in Australia and Europe at the exact same time as the USA. That honestly is my ultimate goal.
Yeah. Airplanes exist. Air freight exists. Yeah. Why shouldn't that happen?
Yeah.
And then
because everything else, like when you're working with 18 individual parts, 30 different employees, leaks, and just people, it's difficult to time. It really is.
Don, you didn't know anything about Winchester, right?
I didn't know anything. And I got my ear to the dirty underbelly of this community too, and I hear things all the time. They're just, I'm largely fantastical, but I didn't even hear like a peep of this. I was expecting like maybe a game at TPF was what I was speculating. I think I even did a show about it. Just looking at kind of dunes, where they're at, they're rolling out. When could you realistically be ready for another show launch? And all eyes were on TPF for me. And then a couple days before Expo, I'm getting text messages like, what the heck is this Lady's House game? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I rolled over and found the trailer. It was like, are you kidding me? You're doing a Winchester Mystery House pinball machine?
Yeah.
Like this place from San Jose that I've driven by on the 101 like a ton of times. I see the billboards.
I think if that thing leaked, I don't think it would have been received as well, because people would be like, what the hell? Like, seriously, what is this? This makes zero sense. Like, it was really important that this came out without people knowing it, because anything that leaks, people judge. I mean, Dune, again, I'll go back to Dune. Like, when Dune leaked and then people just rallied against the IP, how it's boring. Like, it's like, why would you do it? Like, people make up things in their head, what they think it is, without knowing what it is. So the whole important, going back to what is fun about pinball, when a game launches, you have no idea what it is. You get to, your imagination just sparks, and you get so excited about it. But if you leak a game too early, and I'm in two camps on this, and you guys maybe can help me figure this out. Like, why, like, the reason you don't drop IPs right now traditionally in the industry is, the reality is, your imaginations can make way cooler pinball machines than financially companies can make.
Yeah.
So if I give you 9 months head start, like, it is very, very dangerous, because you're going to make a game that we cannot match. I even say this to people that make homebrew. If you want that theme made into a commercial game and you make a homebrew of it, it makes it 4 times harder to go and get that game for a production now. Because your game is always a good example, Nightmare Before Christmas. That homebrew is amazing, right? Well, I'm not going to talk about the difficulty of just obtaining that license. But if I have to make a Nightmare Before Christmas game, and if it's not as cool as what Mark did, you're not going to get the sales. Like, you're just not, and it's really, really difficult. So I'm in two minds. Instead of leaking it, what if I said, here comes X title for 2027? Just get it out there. Like, stop the speculation, go, here it is. Would that work? I don't know.
Well, like the video game model of like, here's a game we're working on. It's coming out next year, but here's little snippets. Here's some behind the scenes stuff, building some hype. Like, we see that with animated films that are in production. We see that with, theme park rides and things, although it's a lot harder to hide a roller coaster construction than, a whitewood in a back room, So I don't know. You can never put that genie back in the barn when that cat is out of the flaming cow bag. Yeah. I think that's how the analogy goes.
Yeah. I mean, personally, Don and I, we know what's happening behind the doors, but I must say, this was a great surprise. Just coming in with a storm, brand new game, bam, out of the door. We saw the trailer, we saw the gameplay video. It's just so well designed. Everything was just so well done. And the day after it was sold out, I love this model. We didn't expect anything, and bam, I called Don, and Don was like, whoa, this is so awesome. And I mean, I love this, but it's just so hard not to leak. I mean, every other company leaks, right, Donnie?
Like, what are you leaking, or what are you like advertising ahead of time? Just that you have a game coming out in Q3 or something. That's one way to do it. Yeah. Here's our theme. Okay, that's cool. We're still going to be completely surprised. For Star Wars Fall of the Empire, I didn't look at any of the leaked images the day before or anything. So, like, I knew, of course, that theme was being used, but I didn't know the layout until it was like right in front of me. And so I love that excitement. And, leading up to it, I'm like, look, I haven't seen it by now. I want to be surprised. This is fun, But for this one, it was just perfect. It was perfect. And I don't know if there's one correct answer. It probably depends on, each individual game, what the market's doing that month, Yep. This was like a perfect time. So I'm glad everything was ready for this release.
Well, and you got to remember, every pinball company, it's not like every pinball company has a game that is ready to go. Like, we're just waiting for the perfect time. This date looks great. Let's just drop it then. Like, every game comes to market when everything is aligned correctly. There are so many people to please, even with Winchester, who is... All our licenses are amazing, but Winchester literally really believed in what we were going to do. And, we've very seldom got any pushback. But again, you have so many moving things. It's like when a game launches is when the game needs to go. It's not like Harry Potter or us or, King Kong did it because we were trying to one-up each other. It was literally we're all on the same roster at the same time, and that wasn't intentional. That was, there was probably delays on our end, or there were delays. There was situations at each company that made them all come together at that time. And we all buy from very similar vendors too. So that's the other thing. Is like you may have a game ready to go, but if you're not ready to put it on the line, like we're not a company that, wait for pre-orders and then order our parts. I already bought the parts. Yeah. So the question is, how long does it take to get here? And then you add on top of that customs now that if you got anything coming in from overseas now, you can easily add 2 weeks on top of it just sitting in customs. Because there's multiple paperwork. Like a good example, I've imported this one part multiple times. Every time it hits customs, they ask for the same paperwork, but I have to modify it to match the day. But it literally gets held up in customs for minimum of 3 days, because depending on what person's on that shift, it's like, how come you guys can't keep this in your paperwork file? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, we literally now print off the paperwork, put it on the package. Guess what? They still don't look at the paperwork. Like, we still have to go through the process of like, can you please submit this paperwork? Like,
wow.
Nothing that we do the best with the resources that we have. It's amazing that we get to make this incredible stuff. Like, these are playable pieces of art, and it's amazing how they exist. Like, theoretically, like what it takes to pull this together is no different than filmmaking. It shouldn't exist. But man, when it works,
Yeah.
There's no greater high than that.
Wow. I have two questions left in my mind. This is the first one. How was it? How hard was it to work with the license holder? Did they come in and say, "No, this doesn't work. You have to check this out"? How was the experience with Winchester licensing guys?
They again, they. I was talking to the licensor about other IPs, and they had Winchester pop up on their radar. And I knew Winchester because I'm into the supernatural. I mean, gosh, it's the stuff I wear. It is one of those things of they really wanted a pinball machine. They think it's very unique, and that's one of our pitches when we go to talk to licenses. Is like, we're probably not going to make you a lot of money, but you're not going to get a cooler licensed product than a pinball machine. It's going to be the cornerstone of your IPs. You're going to say, look, all these T-shirts we did, and we got to do this pinball machine. You know, Alice Cooper really said it good when we did Nightmare Castle. Was like, you're famous when you're on a Pez dispenser and you have your own pinball machine. Like, it's just
100%.
street cred, So Winchester understood they wanted street cred with a pinball machine. Just when it came to me, it's just like, I know people wanted a haunted house game, but for me to make it work, you have to have all the other things land at the same time. So that's storytelling, a physical game that's really satisfying. You had, again, like original IPs, it has to have everything work. So when we set up the deal this is not a traditional agreement. This is not, you've got 3 years to make this, and if you don't do it, you can't make it. I told them, it's like, I want to sign this IP, but you got to allow us to develop it in its own time. So if it comes out in 5 years, 2 years, how quickly it comes together, it only gets released when it's ready to go. Like when we feel it's a compelling product. Okay. And they were like, perfect. Like, if you will sign the agreement, we will go with that. And there were things that they changed, things that we couldn't do or say in that, but they allowed us to create our own story in that world.
Wow.
And as a partnership, that is a true partnership. There are licenses I've turned down that it's just a style guide, but we can't make a compelling story. Mm-hmm. So I would rather do small runs of intense storytelling under glass and just knock these out of the park again. Watch out for Pyramids of Giza coming from Barrels of Fun down the road. Again, it's like every license that we have, there's always restrictions, there's always problems, but that's when the best product is made. Like when you have challenges, that's when you get creative, and that's when you figure out creative solutions, and that's what makes exciting storytelling and pinball.
Born out of adversity is the creative package. And I love the idea of like just a small run of something, if there was 800 of these released, maybe you wouldn't have sold all 525. But the fact that it was tight like that, this cool theme, Evergloss decals on the side of the cabinet, which feel incredible, by the way. I couldn't walk by a cabinet at the show without just rubbing my hand up and down it. So sorry to whoever got those shows and all my fingerprints all over them, but like I couldn't stay off of it. I dig what you're doing.
Okay.
Just love doing it, man. I just like, again, I like connecting with people. I love hearing the stories. It's not easy. It's difficult. But when I have people coming up to me and they're playing it for the first time and hearing their stories, not just them playing our games, but hearing the games they connected to. I guess that's more about me, how I connected to Daddy Star Wars back when I first played it. I want to know other people's stories about that, because that informs me that I'm connecting in the right way with my family. Like everyone that is out there playing pinball is an extended family. And I want to know what moves them and how I can make them feel something. That's the reason I got into filmmaking. Like when I watched Evil Dead with my friend when I was 12 years old, we were watching Evil Dead, and he was the toughest person I ever known. And it comes to the scene where the pencil goes into the ankle, and like that happened. He didn't flinch, but when they cut back to the shot when they start doing this, he literally just stood up and walked out of the room, right? And I'm like, what just happened? Like the toughest person I've ever known in my life just left the room because he was unnerved. And from that point onwards, that's why I wanted to get into filmmaking, because it's like I want to make people feel like when I go to a movie, I will cry, I will laugh, I will be extremely emotional, because that's the fun of it. And you get to do that in a community environment in a movie theater. That's why going to the movie theater is so important to me.
Yeah.
But creating people feel something is so tribal, so connecting. And it's the same thing with pinball. Like when I go and I'm going to these shows, it's not just to sell games. I want to connect with the people. I want to make them feel something. I want them. Isn't that cool? Like you may not like this game, may not come to you, but isn't that cool?
Yeah.
You know, like when I saw Beetlejuice come out with the the spooky speak, it's like that's cool, and I can't wait to experience it. You know what I mean? Every pinball machine is made for people to enjoy. We're not doing this. I mean, obviously we have to make money at it, but we're doing it because we love it.
Yeah.
You know, and like, what can we do to get people to connect? Like, you may not buy a Labyrinth, you may not buy a Dune, you may not get a Winchester, but one day we're going to get an IP, a game that is going to speak to you, and you're going to want it.
100%.
Nice.
David, I love it. I got the perfect idea for a shooter rod for Winchester. I'm sure you guys thought of it, so I just can't wait to see what it is, because there's like one idea that's just perfect. I can't wait to see what you guys came up with.
Well, you better tell me, because maybe I can change it. We do this offline?
Listen, this has to be an antique doorknob to reach down and like open the door to the house. Boom. Unless you do like an ornate cabinet pole or something, but it's got that'd be mine. No, maybe that's low hanging fruit. Maybe you got like a rocking chair or something. I don't know. You're gonna blow my mind. I do like oh my god!
Sit there in a chair.
Yeah.
Launch.
All right, now that you're making themes strictly for me, if you could get to work on Cracker Barrel, or if that's like your next release, that'd be amazing. Or House on the Rock.
No, Six Flags coming soon.
Oh no, because half the ramps are going to be down, and they're not going to be working. You know,
then you have to wait 15 minutes in the shooter lane before you can plunge.
IP. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and if the game's gonna close early, no, you can't.
It just drains out. Sorry, all attractions closed.
David, is there a reason you have that Tales from the Crypt creature in the background? Is that the upcoming game? Look, Donnie, look at that.
Oh, more Data East garbage.
He's my ambassador.
Oh, Tales from the Crypt.
That's the top I want. Come on.
So this is actually pulled from the original mold from the TV series.
Oh.
So a friend of mine has the original mold. I was talking to him to do sculpts for our games. And he ghosted me. This was during COVID. He ghosted me for like 12 months.
Oh.
And I arrived home Valentine's 2023. Okay. And there's this box on the thing. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And my son picks it up. And he goes, you can open it. And he opens it up, and this is literally laying in front of him. And he literally freaks out. And what it turned out to be is my friend felt so bad that he ghosted me. He's because he knows I'm a huge crypt keeper guy. He goes, here, Dave, like, I apologize for ghosting you, but he's your crypt keeper. So he's my mentor. I would love to do this that was another pinball machine I bought back in the 90s, because it's Tales from the Crypts. Like this, like there's so many episodes. Yeah. Like I have the DVDs, and actually, if you're really a nerd, I think it's Series 7 that the DVD that they output was actually corrupt, and you actually had to send in to get a new version of it, which I didn't do. But Crypt Keeper, Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. Demon Knight would be an amazing pinball machine. I love Demon Knight. Bedella of Blood, not so much, but I think he would be amazing doing a pinball machine.
Oh my god!
Stay.
I actually have the Data East game like next room. I love it. Do you know which episode that got directed by Arnold Schwarzenegger? He directed one of those shows. I know it, but I don't know which one.
He directed the episode. I know the one because it was him in the opening with the workout shirt.
This is nerdy stuff. I love it.
Come on, you guys.
I can't remember what the
Sorry,
episode
Donnie.
is.
Okay, I have my last questions. Okay, sorry. My last question. Okay, because yeah, shots on layout, Carl D'Angelo. I'm loving it. The art, all the blue ghosty stuff, I'm loving it. But for me, 50% of the enjoyment is audio. This game, I don't know if you have been talking about it with others, but the music fits the haunted house theme. It's so well done. And audio is just so important for me. The music is amazing. Call outs, we have this nervous guy's call out, but the other guy that, Seance Multiple, that voice and the music in the different 6 modes, who the hell did make the audio package of this game? It's
You
so
all know who it
freaking
is.
good. I
You
mean,
know
it's
who
so
it is.
good.
It's Dirty Paul, Jeff Dodson. So he really fell deep into the pool because he worked on. He bought a Dune. He was a huge Dune fan. He jumped in, bought a Dune, fell in love with it. But he was like, "Dude, we need to fix the audio on it." I'm like, "Dude, it's pinball," and he goes, "No, I need to fix the audio on it." And I was like, "Go for it. If you want to do that, let's see how that is." So he redid he rebalanced, recorded new sound effects for Dune, and he nailed it. And then
Wow.
Adrian Dish actually did all the custom music for that game, and then basically Jeff remastered everything. And then
Wow.
so after he had that experience, he's like, "Well, I would love to get more involved, David. Like, how can we do this? Like, and get more involved." And I already knew what was in the pipe, and I'm like, I don't know if you want to. Like, it's the next one's different. Like most pinball machines, you license, needle drops. You get the publishing rights, you get the mastering rights. Like you get music with it. So,
Yeah.
like Dune, it's more of a mastering job. Like it's sound effects. Not to take away from it, but the next game needed original music. Period. Like this is a whole separate beast.
Okay.
And he goes, "Dude, I write music for a living. Like, doesn't scare me." I'm like, "Okay, let's explore this." And when he found out about it, and you saw it in the making of, he goes, "Winchester, what is that? Manchester? Like, what is the deal?" But then when he saw the layout with Carl and stuff like, because they're relatively close to each other, it's like, "Oh, I totally get it. Totally get it." And then he just does what Jeff does, and he totally crushes it. Like
Wow. What's his last
again,
name? What's his full name?
Dodson.
Dot
I don't know if I'm
Jeff
saying it right.
Dodson. Shout out. It's just incredible. I love it. I absolutely love it. I hope he will work on your upcoming games also. Wow. The audio package is so special. People are talking about codes and blah, blah, blah. Audio, man, it's 50% of the enjoyment.
Don't forget it.
Wow. Yeah, so well done. So well done. I love it.
Well, pinball is not just one thing. It's a combination of sight and sound, and feel. Like it's a combination. How do you get all those to work together? I'll take it back to the analogy of filmmaking because that's my background. Is no one makes a bad film. A film is a product of the environment that it was created in due to problems and so forth. So again, it's a combination of all the teams working the best they can to make a single product that hopefully everyone enjoys, and that again goes back to my mantra of hiring the best people I can to make the best product I can. We just hope it resonates with the customer base.
Wow. Did you say that?
Oh, I was just
Do you
saying.
want to say something?
I was just saying,
Yeah.
it's fantastic, and I want to hold our guy up here too long. I'm sure he's got meetings and stuff. But yeah, you have any kind of final thoughts here for us?
Me? I can't wait for people to play it. I know games will be going out to locations, so people will get to find it. We will bring them to shows. So our model is if we will always bring our games to the shows if we have them in our stock. The games that so for example, Winchester's, when we go to do the shows from here until the end of 2026. if there is a show in a certain town, we will reach out to that town, whoever has games on orders. That's the only way you get to skip the line. So wherever everything is first come, first serve.
Yeah.
So, for example, if we're going to Pinball at the Beach and we've got customers down there, we would reach out to our distributor down there and go, we can bump up, we can get 2 games down to Pinball at the Beach. Contact your people if they want it. Because we obviously will give them a discount for that, because I don't want people skipping the line. Like, we will, like, it's going to go in the area. If they don't want it, then we will find the next person that's in that line that can get that is willing to take that game, because it will get played a lot.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
So
the Southern Wisconsin Pinball Show is coming up in my basement here pretty soon, and we sure would love to have a show game there.
Can I get a media pass? Who do I need to interview to get a media pass?
You're talking to him, and I got one left. So fortunate that you came by when you did, because but you got to act quickly. Let me know the terminal to go pick it up, and I'll even set the game up for you. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Mr. David Van Ness, it was just so amazing to have you here. Thank you for joining the WAP team. This is my first talk with you. You come as a very passionate and very, I feel like you have a lot of empathy, a lot of passion, and also a lot of like horror movie spooky guy in you. I'm getting those kind of vibes. I'm not sure yet, but I hope you will join us another time. Absolutely.
Happy to. And I will put this out there. Dennis Kriesel was talking about his dream theme, and it happens to be one of my dream themes. So if I ever can do an Event Horizon pinball machine, I'm 100% doing it, because I think you want to talk about, that movie was pitched as a haunted house in outer space. So, man, if I could get Sam Neill, dude, Event Horizon is such an amazing
That's
film.
an amazing movie. Do everything from the 90s, and I'm on board. I love it.
All right.
Well, guys, I appreciate it. And I have been listening to you from the get-go.
Wow.
I appreciate how passionate you guys are. Doesn't mean you're always right, and I'm not always right. But at the end of the day, we love pinball. It's what brings us together. And let's keep making cool stuff, because if we're not making cool stuff, what are we doing? Like, really?
Wow. Absolutely.
What a great way to end it. All right. Thank you so much, David Van Ness, from the barrels of the fun. Probably the top of the barrel is where I'd say you're from. That cream that rides on the top. If you want to get at them, go to the website. Not that you can buy a Winchester, but you can still get your Dune. Probably direct purchase, I would imagine. And then we should be getting, I'm going to tease you a little bit, we should be getting some accessories released as well soon. All right. I still want
Absolutely.
Dune topper. I know it's baking in there. All right.
Contact us on wearepinball69gmail.com.
That's it. wearepinball69@gmail.com. This was episode number 48 with Barrels of Fun. It was a barrel of laughs. It was a barrel of belly hugs, I think. More as we hear it. I don't know. Jenkins, thanks for joining. Thanks for coming, David.
Yeah.
Where's my horn? I ain't got one horn. Seriously.
Give him the horn.
Like, I have banners here with QR codes to buy Winchester, which doesn't mean crap anymore.
Is the next game a movie theme from the 80s, 90s?
I will say it actually probably spans the 80s, 90s, and even into the 2000s.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
He's doing
it
Dr.
can be.
No, I'm kidding.
Donnie, it's Indiana Jones, all 5.
I thought you were taking care of that.
I need the Dune.
I've already sent it to you. You buy me hot dogs at the hot dog store. So he's making the collector plates.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And I'll put them in there so Genghis can have some stuff to flip around the house.
Heck yes, dude.
I have 0 Winchesters left.
Aren't you making show games, like 30, 40 extra show games?
What Spooky and me have done in the month of October is amazing, and we should be celebrating.
Yeah, and not only are you guys winning, but like the collectors are winning too. Like, we can't wait to get these games. I love when a company comes out with a game that I can buy, and it's like, I can't wait to get it. You know, like, that's what I want. So we're like win-win-win here, you know. So and see the code and see it at shows.
100%.
And now you can still have a game that you can still sell at shows too. Like, when people come for Winchester, we don't have those, but have you seen Dune? Have you played it recently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
And off the record,
And we just talked 33 minutes extra, and we cannot put all this gold out, man. It's so sad.
well, there's always another time in a month or two.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I could take this since we're
Yeah.
off the record. I found one.
Just in time for Christmas.
Oh,
That's
wait.
a good market.
Yeah, buddy.